You'll have to forgive me if I'm a little bit slow today because yesterday I hurt my back something fierce. Holy cow. Like, you can't tell that's my low. This was so bad that when it first happened, I completely dropped what I was carrying and I had to grab a desk so I wouldn't completely fall to the ground. Holy cow. I mean, at the moment it's fine. I mean, right now it doesn't hurt at all because, I'm sitting like this. I mean, actually, I can probably sit like this. It's fine. There's nothing certain there. I mean, don't worry, I have stretches and I've been taking some prescription strength ibuprofen from the last time I hurt my back. And the pain's gone down significantly. I would say, like, again, yesterday was like, when I first had it was like a 9, almost a 10. This is like a 5 or a 6. Definitely better. But what worries me is I have a wedding to go to this Saturday, among other things. Like, I need to feel better by then. I mean, this wedding is actually something I've been looking forward to for a long time. It's actually my cousin's wedding. But I mean, I guess my high is at the moment I am feeling significantly better. As well as, thankfully, I got to see my mom yesterday. That was pretty great. And my act of kindness was I held the door for somebody yesterday. I also, actually, I went to Sam's yesterday. I was in the middle of about to grab my card, but there was someone behind me, so I gave him the card I was about to grab, and then I just grabbed my own. So, yeah, that's what I did. Man. There's even less going on now, isn't there? Yeah, unfortunately, like, man, with all the fall shows that are supposed to be coming out, where are they? Like, I mean, we gotta wait until, like, late, September for The Voice, as well as, like, next week we're getting Dancing with the Stars, I think. I mean, what happened? Not to mention they're actually bringing, like, listen, not that I thought this idea was completely silly, but the Golden Bachelor, dude, like, I don't really know how to feel about a show like that. I really don't. Although the hook for this particular new season is that the guy who's like the Golden Bachelor was like a former NFL player. Okay, that's interesting. I don't know what, I mean, again, I'm probably not going to watch it. That's definitely going to be like my mom's cup of tea, I suppose. But I mean, at least it's definitely more interesting than, I guess last year where I think they got like I have no idea who the other guy was. Again, could you tell how little I cared? Although that does remind me of a very interesting story. Believe it or not, I actually have seen one season of The Bachelor before. Yes, I have seen The Bachelor before. Virtually all the way through. I suppose here's the thing. I did once. This was 2000. Shoot. No, it was 2003. It was 2003 when I saw The Bachelor. Because it was the year with, they had that Andrew Firestone guy. If you don't know the Firestone family, they're like the Tire family that have like locations all over the country. Like, yeah, this is, okay. This is interesting. to say the least. And like I remember like walking in on my mom, and like she's watching this show, and the first thing I saw, I mean, listen, I only just started liking girls, and the first thing I see on TV is a whole bunch of beautiful women on TV. I mean, how am I not going to be interested? And then eventually I learned that, The Bachelor is, if you don't, for those of you who don't know what The Bachelor, or in that case, The Bachelorette is, basically it's a show where a guy, or if it's a bachelorette, it's a girl, is seeking love, and he has to choose from like 12, or maybe it's like more than that, like a whole bunch of like women, and like every week he has to give them like a rose, and if you don't get a rose, then you don't get to move on and stuff like that. And by the end, he or she eventually finds the person they want to be with for the rest of their life at the end of the show, and gives them a rose, a ring, a marriage proposal, stuff like that. I mean, when I was a young kid and I had a better time understanding and believing in love, it was actually kind of cool to watch. What was even cooler is, no kidding, like the girl that I wanted to get picked at the very end wound up winning, which was super cool. I think her name was Jen. Yeah, it was Jen. Actually, growing up, there was a lot of like cute girls growing up named Jen in my area. Anyway, yeah, that's why. And I mean, listen, reality TV, a lot of people say it's pure evil. It has done some good. Let's be honest, the jury's kind of out on that. It is. I mean, some reality TV shows are great, like Chopped, for instance. Chopped is pretty cool. What else? That might be the only reality TV show I've ever consistently watched. And maybe Guys Grocery Games. And Guys Grocery Games is pretty good. But yeah, those are like the only, I know about the other reality TV shows like Big Brother, obviously The Bachelor, The Bachelorette, The Real World, The Jersey Shore. Good Lord. So, yeah. But whether or not you want to say that reality TV is bad, you can't deny that there is a legit sense of reality in that reality TV. In the case of The Bachelor, obviously you go on a bunch of dates, you gotta do stuff like fly in a hot air balloon, or a romantic dinner by candlelight, or an outdoor picnic. Maybe they go to something that'd be fun and interesting, like a concert, or maybe they go to something more quiet and subdued, like a museum for a date. I don't know. Some couples do that, I think. Or if they see a movie, they can see a movie. And they do a pretty good job of showing that. And they also really delved in, at least back when I saw it, of, no pun intended, the reality of, at some point, both of you have to meet each other's families. Which, right, that never occurred to me, did it? I only had just started liking girls at that point. So, I don't know what's going to happen. I don't know what the big thing is going to be in terms of, what the future holds. But, yeah, you do eventually need to meet, each other's parents. Which, as I get older, especially as I was growing up, the thought occurred to me like, I mean, listen, if you can't tell, I am very hard on myself. Like, I really was convinced, like, let's say for the sake of argument, I find a girl that likes me. I am dreading meeting their parents because I'm convinced they're going to not like me. I mean, that was years ago. I have a lot more confidence in me now where, I mean, listen, just show up, dress clean, smelling nice, acting proper. I mean, parents can't hate me if I do stuff like that, right? Compliment them on their lovely home. Gonna do that. Yeah. It's all doable. And I can totally, and I guess as long as I'm with whoever I'm with, that's cool. Although that does remind me, I don't know who I fear more. A girl bringing me to meet her parents or me bringing said girl to meet my parents. Actually, you know what? My parents are, I've joked about my parents in the past, sure. But they're cool. As long as, especially my mom, saw that I was happy, I don't think she'd complain. There'd be some stipulations. My parents are very old school. Nowadays you've got people who, do not crazy stuff, but things that are out of the ordinary, like dye their hair like a neon color or something like that, or, hobbies that, would seem weird back in their day are more commonplace now. I'd be accepting, but, I don't know about if my parents would be. I'm sure they would be, though. Again, as long as I'm happy, I don't think they'd care. But yeah, back to The Bachelor. I wound up seeing that technically I think it was like season 3. It was Andrew Firestone. And, Andrew picked Jen. I wanted Jen. Hooray. That was the first time I ever actually saw a reality TV show. And the person I wanted to win won. That's pretty, and you know what? For everyone's opinions about reality TV, you can't deny, you got a good enough, if you have a good enough hook, people are going to watch and be invested. I was a dumb teenage boy back then. All I had to do was see the pretty girls on TV and sold. I'll watch that. And, yeah, it was actually kind of nice to watch with my mom. That was pretty cool. So, yeah. Actually, I'm trying to think, did I see that? Because, this is also the time when Survivor was really starting to pick up steam. This is one of the very early seasons. And I was forced to watch the Survivor finale up at the lake with my family. That was interesting, I guess. But, don't get me wrong, the idea of, no pun intended, surviving on, an island with a whole bunch of people, that's stressful. There are some good things. Ocean view, white sandy beach. If there are coconut trees, you probably can open up a coconut and eat it. That's pretty cool. But yeah, The Bachelor is, at the time I would say The Bachelor was definitely more my speed. There's also something really funny about the fact, you're a single guy, an eligible bachelor, and somewhere amongst all the women that are presented in front of you that you gotta spend time with, make dates with, I think there's competitions or something they gotta do, I completely forget. somewhere amongst all that chaos, that's how you find the one person that you're meant to be with for the rest of your life. I mean, listen, it's reality TV. Lord knows if they're still together or not. But I do find it rather funny that that's how it works. I mean, with that said, if I was ever on The Bachelor, or if I was one of the guys on The Bachelorette, my only stipulation is, because here's the thing, like, I've said this before, but one of my standards is, like, I don't want to date anyone younger than I am, because, in my opinion, dating younger is, like, creepy and gross. Like, I have a cutoff date. It would be, if I did the math correctly, June 30th at 11:59, 1990. That's my cutoff, which would be about 6 months after I was born. If I have to go to July 31st at 11:59, 1990, I'll do that. But that's as far as I'm going. My point is I don't want anyone to, like, I don't want to be on a show where, like, I'm 35 years old and, like, all the women presented in front of me are, like, in their mid to late 20s. Like, that's far too young for me. But, hey, it's reality TV. No one cares as long as everyone looks nice and pretty and it actually does present some, no pun intended, real situations. Who cares? It was really cool, though, to see that first season of The Bachelor all those years ago. I hope you like this video. If you like, subscribe. You can't find me on social media. As always, I'm very helping this video for you guys watching. Joe Name. Hope you have a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful Wednesday. Happy Hump Day, folks. And remember, if you guys want to talk, Jim is here to lend me always back. Take care and make good choices. 607 all day, baby. Yeah, it hurt my back. Actually, yeah, it's a little better. I can stand a little bit straighter.